break it down.
Hey, I'll do Distaggio back at you with some Here Be Demons. This is the Stun Demon. He's got that 232 million hit points, has some decent loot there. If it's easy to take him down, better take him down because he's going to give you some red gems and a question mark loot box, which can have some good stuff in it. So let's go ahead and show you the general strategy here. First, I'm going to show you the strategy I sort of started out thinking. And then I sort of progressed my strategy to the one that ended up being the one I always go with here. So what I would do is I always put my Reaper up front, and then I would put Dryad, Multanica, Pumpkin Duke, Cupid behind him, just like that. And then what I'm searching for in a partner is Ares. So I know I said last video how I don't like Ares, and yeah, that might be true on a couple bosses, like the high damage, huge damage one. But on this boss, the stun and the deflect, you really do need Ares to kick it off, because some of these bosses, if they get there a proc off, they will basically wipe your whole team in one proc. Like right here, look at this. So that Ares doesn't go up fast enough. You can see that basically my whole team is dead, and it was just about one proc. Now there's a couple heroes that are still up there, but basically across 10 heroes, you're going to see, what, only 3 or 4 of them were standing. So, yes, for this boss, you are going to need a hero like Ares to trigger first. The first proc of anyone's team of the 2 teams has got to be Ares. And here's what I liked. I really liked this when I was looking. I got that Ares at the second row. There's also a Pixie and a debuffer in the form of Multanica. Also the same boosters as me. I'm using Pumpkin Duke and Cupid. So 2 Pumpkin Dukes, 2 Cupid. That is going to work. That's going to be what I need. That's going to be what I need, I think. However, there is one issue here. There is one issue. That Reaper of mine was in the front row. That is the mistake there in this one. This would have been fine. This would have been a good kill. I made one little mistake. I was trying a new position with that Reaper up front, and nope, it didn't work. Now, why I'm going to move that Reaper back one is because it makes the demon walk a little bit farther. Why am I using Reaper, guys? Reaper, I mean, hardly anyone uses Reaper right anymore, right? Well, I would say wrong. If you got a Reaper with Scatter on it, remember a benefit of Reaper, he's got one of the fastest attacks in the game. And so that when he's got Scatter as a talent, what that means is it can make that boss not proc right away, not insta proc, like right when a team comes up to you. Do you know how, like, when you're facing someone else in combat, your energy bar goes up super fast? Well, that Scatter is going to keep that down. See, Scatter's keeping it down. Didn't go up, didn't go up. Boom, Ares hits right there, guys. My friend's Ares hit right there, and that's worked perfect. Now, my Scatter team, all my heroes on my front row, Pixie obviously has Scatter 5, innate ability of Pixie. Multanica has Scatter 5 as his talent, and Reaper has Scatter 4 of 5 as his talent. Their second talents are primarily Slowdown. On Pumpkin Duke, I actually have Life Drain right now. That was a little bit of a mistake, actually. That should have been either Scatter, because I do have a set of Scatter, or something like Slowdown. Why Slowdown? Slowdown is because when it procs, you do your base attack damage. So when you're hitting super fast, super crazy, super fast, you're doing a lot of damage. You're doing a lot of damage with the damage off of the slowdown, not the slowdown part of slowdown that slows the hero down, but the fact that when slowdown triggers, your hero does a base attack, and so you're doing super fast base attacks on top of your regular base attacks, and so it's pretty awesome damage stacking. And look at this, about 1 minute later this boss goes down. This was my fastest stun boss ever. That was really fast, that was really solid, and it's all, I'm telling you, it's all because of Scatter keeping that proc down, letting my friend, letting their Ares proc off, and boom, there you saw the reward there, the red crystals. And see here, Pumpkin Duke, I should have had that actually be Scatter. And then my Cupid has Slowdown. His primary ability is a Revitalize 4 of 5. Multanica then has Scatter 5 of 5 with Slowdown 2. I can make Slowdown 2 on my whole team. It's just I had it on someone else here. It looks like Pixie was a level 1 Slowdown and a Revite 3. That Revite 3 is not ideal. I will say that. I just haven't had the ability. And there's my Scatter 4 or 5 Reaper with Slowdown too. And this team works out great. This team is nothing like super crazy. It's just Scatter is super crazy. And here, this Life Drain set here, this Crest set, I can actually almost make Life Drain too, but that should have been a Scatter. I did not need Life Drain on Pumpkin Duke. Of course, if he did take a little bit of damage, he would have been able to heal himself up, because I didn't really have a whole lot of healing going on there. I mean, Pixie is not really much of a healer. She's a good healer, and she can heal at range and whatnot, but just doesn't quite heal as much as a Druid. Or an Orc Scream for that matter. So that is the strategy I use for a lot of heroes. Same with Deflect. That's how I beat the Deflect boss, which I'll show you. I beat the 400+ million hit point Deflect boss. That'll be coming soon. As always, keep it dirty and dirty up.